This weekend I had my very first race of my training season. So I thought I would share with you guys how I go about setting up my training season leading up to a big race. Just thought that might help you guys. I typically pick one big race per calendar year. Typically those races are in late fall. That tends to be when I like to really kind of push my limits. It allows me to train through the summer, which in North Alabama is very hot, very humid, but it gets you in really, really good shape. So that's one of the reasons I really enjoy that. So once I pick my goal race, I work backwards from there on the calendar. So my goal race is at the end of October this year. So I went backwards and found a race to do once a month. I went back September, August, July, June, so on and so forth. So the first one being this weekend in June. And what I do is typically each one gets a little bit longer. So this one is a 32K, which is a distance I've never done before. It's odd distance, it is just under 20 miles. It is a trail race, lots of single track trail, fairly technical. Doesn't have a ton of elevation gain and loss, but it's definitely not flat. It is going to be very, very hot, and it's a great way to practice. So one of the reasons I really like to race once a month, and I actually ask all of my athletes that I coach to also race once a month when they are training for a big race, because it allows you to do a lot of things. It allows you to, 1, test your fitness, 2, practice using your race gear. That could be shoes, socks, particular shorts, particular hydration pack. Do you take a bladder in your pack, or do you do handheld bottles, or do you do headlamps? Do you need headlamps? Is there nighttime running in the darkness at all? This is a great way for you to practice using all of that gear, so you're not pulling some of this stuff out for the first time on race day. 3, practice your fueling. This is by far, I think, the most important one. So that way you can practice how many carbs you're taking in per hour, how many calories you're taking in per hour. How about your electrolytes, your hydration levels? So these training races allow you to get out there and actually practice all of that stuff, again, before race day, so you don't get out there and crash. It allows you to practice your pre-race fueling. So that would be, what you're eating the day or two leading up to the race, what you're having the night before, what you're having for your pre-race breakfast, and then maybe what you're going to top off your energy stores with right before the race starts. So again, just lots of good practice for anybody who has a big race coming up. So when you're looking for races to fit into your training schedule, like I said, look for things that are going to be similar to your goal race as far as terrain, temperature, although I'm going to be racing in really hot temps for June, July, August. I mean, it is Alabama, and the races I'm doing are all Alabama, Georgia, around this southeast area. So it's going to be hot and humid, and my race in late fall should actually be super nice weather. So this, the weather I can't really replicate, and if anything, that weather at my goal race should be way nicer than what I'm running in this summer. So that should give me a little bit of an advantage. But I want to find things that are similar terrain, similar elevation gain and loss, all those kind of things that really make sense to where I am in my training as well. So obviously I just started my training for this big race. I don't want to go and find a 50 miler the first month. That would be silly. Like, there's no reason for me to put that many miles on my body this early in training. So that's kind of my protocol on developing my training plan for leading up to my big races. So hope that helps you guys.